Welcome back to my Gamer 77's Apprentice. Back with some more Lego Bioncle / Factory mocs. And I know I said I would be taking a while and I would sort my parts, and the parts aren't sorted yet. I just couldn't resist. I needed to build stuff. Plus, I feared that if I didn't build for long enough, be out of inspiration. And honestly, that was a bit of the case once. When I first started, I can't speak. When I first dumped them all out. But I've got a good set of characters for today, so who knows? Maybe I'll sort my parts eventually. So this first guy is sort of like a gargoyle. So start right from the bottom. So he has these clawed feet, and that's that. And then he has lower legs. Most of these have 3 joints in their legs. This lower part, I just put bone pieces for the middle. It does make him a bit flimsy, as you can see. His leg is kind of angled weird. That's because it's flimsy. But I'm too lazy to add friction extenders. But his legs are just kind of a floppity mess. Anyway, so then he has upper legs, and that's that. He's pretty skinny, but that's kind of what I was going for. Except for his shoulders are not skinny, so I guess I kind of went against what I was going for. Anyway, so he has the gunmetal gray or pearl dark gray, whatever you want to call it, rib cage with the Tahoe chest piece, and then the protector of fire mask. And I do realize I don't have any other trans orange on this guy, but I don't really care about this guy. So honestly, most of the time I just forgot about him, and I was like, oh yeah, he's there. And then I probably would have forgotten to put him in this video, to be honest. So in his shoulders, he has these gunmetal gray pads, and then that's that. And moving down, so he has 3 fingers, 2 claws, and 1 thumb. So yeah. I made a lot of winged people today, so yeah, he has wings. They're articulated because they're on ball joints, duh. And then he has that back panel, and honestly, that's really it for this guy. This guy's kind of boring. Just kidding. I wasn't gonna leave you guys with hanging. That's how we get rid of figures around here. And trust me, we don't pick them up when we cut to the next scene, 'cause that's what we do around here. So this is the first guy I made in this batch of people. He's pretty simple. I like him. I like his stature. He's like a brute, He uses that big white ice piece and these feet. So it's kind of like Stormwreck. So anyways. So he has these, and these armor panels just go up. He has 2 joints in his legs, actually. And then over here we got his chest plate, and then he uses these ice shield pieces for shoulders, which I really like the way that fills out, except for it doesn't look too hot from the back. So, why did I say hot? No, it's not. That's not what I meant by hot, by the way. Okay, so. And then that's that. So he has ice hands. He has 2 white hands. So there's 2, so his gun has some options. So let's rip this off, because this is gonna, I said rip this off. Okay. That's good. Okay, so. Okay. Okay, we put that here, and then we rip his hand off the back, and yeah, I know it is kind of weird that his hand's stored on his back, but whatever, storage. And then we switch those. Well, actually, we don't need to switch those yet, because what I like to do is give him this underslung cannon look. That's why I have that axle here. If we can fit this in here with 1 hand without knowing if the axles are lined up. Yeah, can we? God dang it. 4 minutes of you guys watching me do this. There we go. So It looks better if he's posed, but I don't want to do that. And yeah. And the other thing we can do is attach this to where the hand was. So like this, there's two things you can do. And yes, I did just stick a foot on his back just because to feel sort of have some weight over there. Anyway, so you could either just leave this hanging over here, down here for storage, or what I like to do. Anyways, so what I like to do is use these joints to articulate the cannon to go on his shoulder. And what I do is I slot the handle into one of these pinholes just to give it some shape. But this does kind of make it angled downwards because of the way it positions this. So if you want this to go up, just move it up, I guess. So that's it for this guy. I actually forgot something about that guy. Wait. There we go. So when I said this guy was a gargoyle, one of the reasons that I made him is just because I really wanted him to be able to do this pose. So, yeah. Gargoyle does gargoyle pose. There goes his mask. Okay, so this one I don't really like because it's kind of floppity, and there's just a lot of annoying parts which are annoying to deal with. So, legs are these custom builds. I want them to be skinny because this whole thing's supposed to be like a bird, and that'll make a lot more sense in a second. So, we move up, and then these are upper legs, and then he uses the 2016 toe body with the chest plate, and then he uses these hand things with the blades, and then arms, and attaches the back of the arms are those things, which are obviously going to be more wings. Which I forgot if I said that. Excuse me. Oh, he uses Bree's face. And the shoulder pads. I forgot if I mentioned this, but I made a lot of winged characters this time around. So, I said this was like a bird. And over here, I'm not going to do this on camera because it's going to be a pain. But just saying, there's this ball joint attached to that thing on it. And yeah, I'm going to turn this into a bird. Sort of. Not an actual bird. That would be weird. Okay, so it's a bird? This one looked better in my head. It still doesn't look terrible, but it's still kind of weird. So he has these wings, and I just have them spread out like this just because. And then one thing I do like is I gave the custom head build just so I could incorporate this. The custom head build is not nice. It's not good because it doesn't move on the ball joint. It moves on this axle. So if she moves, well, most of the time because that's the softest part. So a lot of times if he moves his head, then it looks like he's breaking his neck. But yeah, that's basically it for this guy. Actually, no. One thing I do like is on the back of him, I added this like circle piece. It just looks cool, like some sort of power generator. That's basically it though. Goodbye. Oh God. Oh dear God. Okay, so this is one of my favorites. He's really simple though, and I'm back with triple jointed legs. So his main colors are blue, black, and gold. So simple color scheme. It works well though. So he does have like, I don't know. So this side's like, I don't know, like gloves or something. Oh, and also gunmetal gray. Anyway, so this side's like gloves, and then this side I like, it's like some sort, I don't know, maybe, like you could make a lot of backstory behind the way his hand looks, because, I don't know, maybe he lost it in battle, or like, it's just, now he has a fake hand, or whatever. So it's whatever you want it to be. So he has a black chest, and then this cape, which I really like the way that looks, because it really flows well into the cape. So down here he has these blue toe feet, which I really like. And then he has these blue panels with the gunmetal gray armor pieces on it, which I wasn't too sure how the gunmetal gray would clash, but I think it works fine. And behind that there's some black, and then the gold at the upper legs. And we already talked about the black chest. And then he has a Kopaka chest piece and a golden Kopaka helmet. And blue on both arms with the golden armor add-ons. And same with black on each side with some gunmetal gray armor add-ons. And then he has his simple hands. And that's basically it. If we turn him around, there's literally nothing except for, you can see the cape. Underneath the cape, if we let this drape, oh. That was not intended. yeah, over here I just had this piece, and this piece is here just to support the cape, just so I can like drape it where I want it to be. Like if I want it really far back, like I don't know, I guess it's windy today. That looks weird, but I can do that if I want. And so it's just a control so I can get the cape to look like I want, because similar to a mock I made a while back where there was this whole black back assembly just so I could give the cape a more slender shape to be like a trench coat. So it's just similar to that. So that's it for this guy. Wow. Now for our finale. The one, the only. What's its name? I don't know why I did that. Okay. Okay. By the way, for all of these guys, leave name ideas in the description, and if they're good and they'll fit on the title, I'll put them in the title of the video and credit you in the description. So, just telling you guys that, so, you know. Okay, so this guy is pretty simple. He uses a Stormer head with a white face. And yeah, so he has these 2 tires over here by his arms just to bulk things out. His main color schemes are white, silver, and gold. Yeah. So he has silver feet. Okay, simple white, and gold, and then some more white. And then he has the tire arms, and I really like this custom limb. These black pieces are there just because there were some pins sticking out and just to cover them up. There's probably a better way to do this, but this is how I did it, so yeah. And then some ball joints, and those are his arms and fists. And he does have kind of gorilla arms, but like, what can you do about it? I didn't want to scrap this custom limb because I worked really hard on it, even though it's really simple, but still. But what's this? This is a terrible finale. Oh, I forgot about something. I forgot to mention, he comes with his own personal armory. And those, my friend, back there are the last wings of the day. And normally those are support. They touch the ground, but my stand thing, which is just an upside down storage container, by the way, does not support them because it's not big enough. This thing is inspired by something. That something may or may not be Optimus Prime's armory from Transformers Dark of the Moon. And his Jetwing pack. Yeah, I ripped off both. Except for these don't become a cube. The trailer, that's what the cube is, by the way. It's the trailer. Anyway, so the idea is he's, I don't know, ready for battle, and he just runs through and equips the wings and gets the weapons. Obviously, that isn't possible. That's not what he does, but that's not what happens. I might have to take this off the stand. Okay, I'm just gonna take off all the weapons, go through those, and then look at the thing. So he does come with a plethora of weapons. So one is this giant cannon, which I love. This is custom built. And then he comes with this giant sword, which is not custom built. And this piece, so I noticed that it has a socket already on it. And you're actually supposed to rip off his arm panel and put that on. And actually, hold on. Okay, so there we go. I put it on his arm, and I'll show you that. Anyway, so then he has this 2-part axe, and then this tiny little blade. So I'm going to show him with all of these. So I meant it when I said with all of these things on. Let's look at the armory. The armory has 2 parts. So first of all, there's just the halo ring thing. Okay, so I repurposed some feet to attach things. So this is where his axe connects. This is where his gun and that little thing connects. This is where his giant sword connects. And this is where his shield goes on. And actually, if he's using the shield, I like to just put this piece on here for storage. Anyway, so then over here, I put an XL torso, and I just attached some feet just to, I don't know, cover up those ball joints, and I guess they give some support. Anyways, if we turn this around, this part's normally like this, and it's supported by those wings, but obviously, once again, they're not there. So, anyways, so this just droops. But this part is where the wings part come into play. So the wings are these pieces. And I'm gonna take these off camera because I don't have 3 hands. So the wings just plug into here. And so if you take them off, this is what you get. So then what you do is you unplug one of these and then just situate these to be like wings. Once you do that, it's really simple. You just plug this into his back, and that's basically it. So with all of this junk, he is kind of top heavy, so he's leaning on that. So yeah, but it looks pretty cool. It was just something I did for fun. And wait, I can have some more fun. So, if you enjoyed this video, press like, and if you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. That sounds exactly like Mumbo Jumbo. I know. Consider subscribing, and that's what I normally say for my outro. So, this has been, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and this has been Metro Gamer 77's Apprentice, signing off.